Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ryan Galt and I will be making poppy seed cake for you guys today. So my mom's been making this recipe for me ever since I was a young kid. Whether it was team parties, school functions, whatever it was, my mom would make this and there would never really be any leftovers because it's just, it would just be cleaned up by everybody. It's just a really good cake to have. You can do different kinds of food coloring with it, depending on the holiday tradition. So we're going to do green today just because St. Patrick's Day just passed. But yeah, I'll show you the easy steps in order to make poppy seed cake. Okay, so step one is you want to come over to the oven and you want to preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which I've done already. Alright, so for the ingredients, I have one large mixing bowl. There's one yellow cake mix package, 4 eggs, 2/3 of a cup of oil. You have one Jello instant vanilla pudding, 1/4 of a cup of poppy seeds, 1/4 of a cup of water, and 1 cup of half and half. And your mixer right here, and then whatever food coloring you choose as well, or you can leave it yellow, either way. Alright, so your first step is you want to take your yellow cake mix, take it out of the package here. And you're going to dump everything in. So I'm going to use scissors here to cut it, make it easier. And go ahead and just dump the whole thing in there. Alright. Okay, your next step is you're going to take your 4 eggs here and you're going to crack them in one at a time into this large bowl. Make sure you don't get any shells in there. More. Alright, now you're going to take your 4 eggs and pour them all into the large mixing bowl. And for the next step, you're going to take your cup of oil here, 2/3 cup, and you're going to pour that in the mixing bowl. You get all that in there. Next step is you're going to take your 1 package of instant vanilla pudding, open that up, grab the scissors again, and go ahead and pour all that in there as well. Stick to the package, make sure you get all of that in there. Alright, next step is you're going to add your 1/4 cup of poppy seeds into the mix. Alright, next you're going to add your 1/4 cup of water in there. And finally, for the last ingredient, you're going to add in your 1 cup of half and half. So, and you add everything in the mixing bowl right here, ready to be mixed together. Alright, so your next step is you're going to put your mixing bowl onto the mixer here, and you're going to mix it at medium speed. Get that going, and you're going to keep that on for about 5 minutes. Okay, so at this point, you're going to want to turn off your mixer. We're about 3 minutes in right now, and you want to make sure you scrape the sides so you're getting everything that's been kind of knocked up back into the bowl. So I'm doing that right now. Alright, so you want to keep doing that frequently throughout the 5 minutes. And then the next step that you want to do is you want to add your food coloring in. So this is what it looks like, just yellow. You can bring it over here. So that's what the normal color is if you choose not to add food coloring. It's kind of like a dark yellow, golden color. But we're going to do green since it was just St. Patrick's Day. So you're going to add in just a few drops of food coloring, say like 4 to 5. So you're going to go just right around. That mixes up well. And then you're going to put your blender back on for the remainder of the 5 minutes. Back on to medium speed. So I'm noticing here that this isn't really green enough. It's still a little bit yellow, so 5 drops may not be enough. So I can add in a few more drops here. And just add in as many as you want until it's the color that you desire for whatever holiday it is that you're doing. Orange for Halloween, green for St. Patrick's Day, any color for any holiday or event that you're doing. Alright, so your next step is you are going to want to grease and flour your bundt pan. So I have Pam here. Grease this, so you kind of just want to, don't do heavy sprays, but just light sprays all around your bundt pan so it doesn't stick. And then you're going to take your flour and just kind of sprinkle it around all the sides, just to prevent sticking. And you're just going to kind of move it around and tap it, just spread that flour around. And then just keep spreading it around until you cover all your surfaces. So you're going to tap your excess flour out that you don't use. So as you can see, I covered the inside edge a little bit and then all the outer edges. That's just so it doesn't stick in there. So now, after your 5 minutes are up, come and turn off your blender, and you're going to put this up, and you're going to use a spatula to remove all of the excess batter off your blade. Just make sure you get the most that you can into the pan. Go. Alright, so I've removed the blade, and now the next step is you're going to want to take your mixing bowl and you're going to want to start pouring it in to the bundt pan. So you want to rotate it while you're pouring it in, just so it gets in there nice and even. Keep rotating it. Get a nice even pour. You can see you got the nice green color from the food coloring. And then as it starts to slow down at the end here, I'm going to grab my spatula and then scrape the rest in. Make sure you get as much in there as you can, just so you're not wasting any of the material. Okay, so as you can see, we put all of the excess batter into the pan now, and it's all evenly distributed. And now we're going to put it in the oven. So I'm going to open up the oven. And you're going to bake it for 40 minutes in the oven. Going in now.
At what temperature?
At 350 degrees. Alright, so it's been 40 minutes, so I'm going to use a toothpick right now to check for doneness. So what you're going to want to do is just put it straight into the cake, and if it comes out clean like that, then that means it's done. And now, grab the other glove here, remove it from the oven, and now I'm going to put the cooling rack on top and let it cool for a few minutes. Alright, now here comes the fun part. So you're going to make sure you have a good grip on your bundt pan and cooling rack, and you're going to flip it over this way. Make sure you keep a good grip on it, and you're going to set it down. Make sure your prongs are down, and then just tap it a little bit. Make sure the cake gets out, and then it should just lift off. Nice. Alrighty, so the last step here is to take your powdered sugar and just sprinkle it on around the edges here. Adds a nice little touch to the cake. Makes it look good. So you can put as much on there as you want. Sprinkling around the edges. And boom, there you go. All finished. Alright, so now that it's all finished, we can cut into this and give it a taste. As you can see, you got the nice green color and food coloring. See how it is. Tastes good. Thanks for watching my video, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be in class to present it today, but I hope you enjoyed learning about how to make poppy seed cake.